Good afternoon and welcome to Real Estate Radio San Antonio with your host Carla and Stan Hester. We're here with an important hour of radio every Sunday right here in KLUP Talk Radio. We're all part of the Real Estate Radio Network, which is part of a national network of local real estate professionals dedicated to delivering timely, balanced truths about local market conditions in an effort to help Americans maintain good credit, minimize their debt, and achieve the dream of home ownership. Well, Carla, good afternoon. How are you?
Good, Stan. How are you?
Good. Yes, we get all of these emails on our website, and I just kind of want to get into that. And last week we talked about this, but we keep getting emails in that ask, what's it take for me to get into a mortgage? And it's, how much money do I have? What kind of credit score do I need? You know, what's the cost going to be? And people are really, really nervous when they buy that home or they start looking for it. And I just wanted to talk a little bit today about, pick your brain here about what they should do, because when do they start looking? If they're looking for a home this coming summer, should they start now? I mean, credit is an issue. All of these things come up, and even people wonder, where's their credit score going to be and how it affects and what they can do. And I knew I threw a million things at you at that time. So,
where do I start?
Yeah, let's just talk a little bit about
Okay.
that pre-qualification. I think that's the biggest thing that scares people. Who do they call?
Well, they call me. Stan, as we know, if someone's looking to buy a house, it's better to get pre-qualified and look at your credit early on, because you don't want to get disappointed when you're really ready to buy that house. If you said they're not buying until spring or summer of next year, now is not a bad time to check your credit and to see how much money you need to be making to qualify for that house. I mean, it can be worked a couple of ways. I mean, someone might have a budget and they only want to spend $1,800 a month. And we can work it backwards. We can figure out what their credit and where rates are. How much can they buy with $1,800 a month? It allows us to look at what their credit scores are and gives us a chance to look at their credit and handle and deal with some issues if there are any. If they're not, maybe they don't have enough credit. So it allows us to maybe get them started with a new credit card and establishing credit. And maybe there's nothing. There's many people that have had established credit are very surprised when we pull credit that there's a collection on there they didn't know about. And it then allows you time to work on that.
That's a great thing. It allows a little bit of time for all of us to get together, put our heads together, and kind of choose a plan or a path to go down in order to qualify for that home, and not be panicking if you buy that home and then you find out that there's something that's going to take 30 days or 60 days to repair or just to get taken off of there, that you have a little bit of time to take care of that. And we've seen that with people that think they have excellent credit and vice versa. We've had a gentleman that came in a few weeks ago that thought his credit was okay, and it was like a top of the charts. It was like a 803 was his mid score. So a lot of people just don't understand where it is, but it doesn't take anything, much time or whatever for us to do evaluation for them.
Well, and we don't charge anything. So, I mean, we don't charge anything to sit down and do a pre-qual and pull your credit or give you a fee sheet. I mean, we don't charge for that. So, I mean, it's free just in terms of taking the time. And many times you don't know if you want to be in a conventional loan, a USDA loan, an FHA, maybe it's VA, maybe it's Texas Vet. So it gives us time to really look at all of our options and get you in the best place for you.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is just give us a call, give any mortgage person a call, get with somebody and see what your qualifications are and get yourself set up so that you don't have any surprises. You want to put yourself, like we always say, in a position of power, so that you know exactly, you're in the driver's seat, you know what you can purchase and what has to be taking place, because it's a wonderful thing to be able to purchase your own home and to move on and own that house. And home ownership is something that, all Americans strive for pretty much.
Well, there's nothing worse than going out and you fall in love with this house and your kids have picked their bedrooms and then you go to get qualified and you find out you can't afford that house or you've got credit issues. So, it's be proactive, I say. Let's be proactive and not reactive. and let's talk about it. I mean, I had a call today from a gentleman that was getting an FHA loan with another lender, and he was buying like a $306,000 house, and he was having a hard time coming up with the down payment, which is 3.5%. And anyway, one of the realtors said, call Carla. So he called me, and we have that great program that's FHA with a 0.5% down. Now this guy that has good credit, good income, we can do a 0.5% down FHA with a first and a second, and he is delighted. So that was the last phone call I made today. I
Just
spoke
as you're
with him
walking
this
into
morning.
the studio, huh?
That's right. So.
Yeah. And we are, Carla and I both, Carla Hester, Stan Hester, are both licensed residential mortgage loan originators. Carla's NMLS number is 219059, and mine, Stan Hester, is 956893. Those are our national mortgage license. And we are licensed mortgage originators, and please give us a call if you have any questions. The number is 210-708-3152. And if you just joined us, you're listening to Real Estate Radio San Antonio, and that's realestateradiosa.com on the internet, and it's 210-708-3152. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. It costs you absolutely nothing for us all to talk and just set up a plan for you so we can move forward on your home ownership.
Oh, I have something else I want to say. Is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they're talking about loosening some of the guidelines on conventional. So right now, it's 5% is your minimum down payment on a conventional Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loan, and their talks are they may reduce it back to 3% as your minimum down. So there's some things that are in the making, and we'll keep you posted on that. Hopefully by next week we'll have some definite answers on that.
Good. Okay, well, this afternoon we've got some really exciting guests. They come from the, if I say this right,
real estate market.
from the real estate market, but they come from a community in the northwest part of San Antonio, and they are with the Elan Properties, and I always Elan Properties. If I say that right, I want to say that but it's Elan Properties out on 1604 and I-10 on the north central side is what I would call, out by La Cantera Shopping Center and Six Flags area there. And this is a beautiful property out there. And I know Carla and I, we've been out there several times. We've kind of fallen in love with the property as watched it grow over the last several years. And on our show today, we have Tara Birch. Tara is actually a native of San Antonio. She is the residential relations coordinator and special events person. That's quite a mouthful there, Tara. At the Elan, she's been in the industry about 8 years. And one of the exciting things we were talking here just before we started the show was that her love, hobby, second job, second career, or what we want to say is cake decorating. And she does that all over town for a lot of the top events and top people here. So, Tara, welcome to the show this afternoon.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, Dan. Thanks,
That's
Carla.
good. And we have Tony Sosa, if I'm saying that right, Tony.
Hey, a little bit of everything. It's Sousa.
Sousa. Well, I was close. I didn't see the Z in there. I guess, I'm from that crazy part. Tony is the property manager at the Elan, and he is actually, we want to welcome Tony to San Antonio. He's been here 1 month. He's been in the industry 10 years, and he's from the wonderful Golden State of California. And Tony, I want to welcome you also to San Antonio.
Yeah, great to be here. Thank you.
Good. So we're just going to talk a little bit today about the Elan properties out there, and there's so much that goes on. I don't know if you've been out there, but by the end of this program, you'll probably be making trips out there to either to look for a residence. They've got the hotel, they've got the entire property, and something that's very passionate that Tara will talk to us a little bit about later is the farmers market that also is out there in any coming events. So we're going to cover all of this today, and just welcome Tara.
Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here.
Thank you.
Tell us about, Tara, the Elan.
Elan,
Where does the name come from?
yes, that's interesting. We started as a vision from this fabulous architect from the Netherlands. She wanted to replicate Cinque Terre, Italy. So if you feel like you're somewhere else when you visit,
And you
definitely.
do.
You really do. That's why that was the intention. Also, the grand front entrance with the fountain is a replica of the Spanish Steps in Rome, and the name came from they wanted something that represented stability, it seems. So Elon in both Gaelic and in Hebrew means large oak tree. So you see the little tree everywhere throughout the property. It's kind of our little logo, and it's really really nice, quite endearing. So it's a beautiful property. There's a lot going on there. You've got 539 amazing apartment units that are all uniquely designed. Over 140 floor plans there. You've got a 4-star hotel, resort, and spa, in addition to commercial space and retail space. So there's a whole lot going on in Alon, and it's definitely the place to be in San Antonio. Whether you're looking to live, work, or play, it's the place to be.
So that's amazing. So when I think about, you have 530 apartments and 140
Different
floor plans. I mean, that's unheard of.
Isn't that
Normally, you have maybe 5 or 6 to choose from, maybe 8 at most.
Yes.
But 140?
Like, wow, how do you keep all that straight?
Yes, right.
Yeah, I mean,
We've
that's
got a lot of spreadsheets there, but the unique thing about that is people are unique. So, it's nice that they get to choose a unique space, that's unlike any other apartment in San Antonio. I think that's what sets us aside, is because it's definitely not your cookie cutter, apartment community. You get something that's totally yours. We were built from the outside in rather than the inside out, because they wanted it to be aesthetically appealing first and foremost, and have that curb appeal, which everyone's trying to figure out what it is when you pass by it on the highway. So they accomplished that, but then when they went to do the finish out, that's what gave us so many different floor plans.
Well, Tara, I'm going to shut you down just a second here because we have to go to a break for a couple minutes, and we're going to come back, and please rejoin us here in a few minutes as we have Tony and Tara back here from the Alon residence. And we're going to be talking about their residence and these apartments and all the great amenities that they have right now. So don't go away. Come right back, and we'll be with you in just a couple of moments. Thank you.